Hey everybody, it's Nikki here with Delicate Tension Tarot. I hope everybody's doing okay and staying safe out there, doing the best that they can with what's going on. Make sure to take care of yourself so that you can take care of others. Also, I mean, definitely make sure you're taking care of yourself. I feel like that's the difficult thing about right now is that, you know, the days just bleed together. And I feel like with most of us being in positions where we're literally either stuck in the house or we can't go anywhere or process things in the way that we used to, there can be some issues surrounding, you know, just mentally being all right. So just do what you can, be creative, write, draw, paint, sleep. If you just want to do that, that always works too. So yeah. Kind of already in that nice little interesting space between being here and being not here. Yeah, so let's, who are we going to do today? I'm trying to figure it out. This is going to be a reading for the sign of Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or if you just have a lot of Aquarius placements in your chart. I did y'all's video already for the next 2 weeks of April, but for some reason I tried uploading it to my computer like 9 times. Not my computer, to YouTube, and it kept aborting the video, and I even checked the video and there's nothing wrong with it, so maybe it just wasn't the message you needed to hear, so let's go ahead and get you guys done. Always keep in mind that this is a general reading, right? I'm not reading for one particular person in mind. You're not sitting directly in front of me and I'm not just channeling your energy, so this can be very open. I mean, I do get into specifics and I'm sure that some things can, you know, greatly resonate with you, but whatever doesn't, don't try to make it fit. Don't force it. It's ridiculous to try to do that. And like, if none of it fits, please don't try to make it fit. Take what works and leave the rest. And if none of it works, then you can always check your moon, rising, Venus sign, or if you just have any impactful placements in your chart. For example, I have 4 placements in Sagittarius. Sometimes Sagittarius really does work for me because a lot of my energy is placed in Sagittarius. So yeah, just be mindful. If this does resonate with you, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, or comment down below. I do have my website link now up in my description box, so if you want to go visit my website, check out reviews, check out what kind of readings I have available. Right now I just have 3 options, but the open option for a phone call or, you know, doing Zoom, it does say that it's $2 a minute right now. I am open to negotiating that, especially if you are financially impacted at this time. Okay. So let's see what's happening for Aquarius here. What's happening for Aquarius for April 15th through the 30th, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have the moon in reverse, so you might be coming into a period of clarity. There might be a lot of illusions falling out of your life right now. You may be leaving the realm of fantasy and crashing pretty hard into reality. You also could be experiencing a period of sobriety, or at least just feeling more sober than you have been in a while. Let's see what's happening in your block. It's Aquarius's block here. We have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse and the Hanged Man in reverse. You might need to be adjusting or negotiating areas of give and take in your life right now. I just really feel like you're coming down to earth. And I mean, with air signs, you know, it can rule the mind, but it also is about, you know, when we get stuck in our heads, think about everything that takes place there. I mean, our minds are our thoughts, it's our imagination, it's literally everything. I mean, not everything exactly, but for me, it's our minds really do control so much. So I feel like in this essence of you coming back down to earth, there's still this feeling of just having a really big issue with what are you doing with your time, your energy, your money? Like what's happening right now in that area? I feel like you need to balance it out or delegate it more, because it's just, I don't know. There's something better you definitely could be doing right now. Let's see what's happening in your subconscious here. What's happening in Aquarius' subconscious? We have the Eight of Wands. So that's a lot of fast movement. There could be a lot of communication coming at you right now. For some reason, I want to say from people who are trapped in difficult territory. I mean, there literally might be people who need your assistance right now. And maybe that's where the issue is coming in of like, what do you do with your time? How are you giving yourself to other people? Are you giving too much? Are you giving too little? Let's see what's happening in the recent past, or what's happened in the recent past. We have the Ace of Cups in reverse, so there could have been a loss of some sort, or just an overwhelming emotional moment. Maybe there was something that happened in the past that put you in such an emotional place, like literally full on emotional release, lots of crying. I mean, it could be depression. It could be an area of, you know, oftentimes I want to say getting in touch with your heart, but it's almost like through that period of release, I think you were oscillating between keeping your heart open and then closing it off. So there was this interesting issue of either like distraction or, we'll just say distraction. Because I feel like now that that energy is shifted and you've moved out of that, your focus is having to go back towards the now. Like what's happening right now? What can I do right now? What needs to be done? How do I need to communicate? I need to take care of these things. These are things that I might have put off or that I might have not paid attention to. And now that my attention is fully on them, I have to deal with it. I have to deal with all the things that I put off. So let's see what's happening in your higher sector or your forefront conscious mind. Seven of Swords in reverse, yeah. You're definitely starting to deal with stuff, because to me that is coming into awareness. It's not trying to get away with anything. It's not trying to, you know, keep everything close to yourself. It's almost as if you're being more exposed than you've ever been. Keep in mind, we also have Saturn transiting into Aquarius right now. I would really check out where your Aquarius falls in your chart. For example, if you have Aquarius in the 12th house, and we have Aquarius or Saturn moving into Aquarius, that could be a lot of issues around secrets being exposed. Definitely repaying past karma. If it's in your first house, you could be dealing with a lot of reality checks about who you are, how you show up in the world. What is it that you're doing with your time and your energy? What is it that you're doing with yourself? Maybe even reaping good karma for going through the 12 houses or the previous cycle and finally coming into this new awareness of who you are and finally reaping the benefits of going through your trials and tribulations. So just check it out. You can do that at cafeastrology.com, or you can download the CoStar app. It gives a really good breakdown of your houses. Let's see what's happening in the near future here for you. What's happening in the near future here for Aquarius? I feel like that's going to be a lot of cards, but I'll take them. So we have the Devil in reverse. There's that reality check once again. We have the Knight of Swords. And we have the Six of Wands. So I feel like that's going to be pretty good. I think you've got a lot of choices coming up here. You may also be revisiting prior choices that you made, right? Where the fork was in the road and maybe you went down a different path, and now with everything that's happening, it's making you reconsider where it was that you went before. And now you're going back to the beginning and making a different choice. There's a lot of release here with whatever this reality check is. Like, I almost feel as if, Like you may not even be solitary, but you might feel solitary. You might feel very stuck inside of yourself when it comes to dealing with this. I mean, I still feel like it's this weird place where you feel very in between worlds. Like that place where, you know, what it feels like when you're not quite asleep, but in a way you are. It's like this strange conscious awareness comes up and it's like, you know, you're not asleep, but it's like you're seeing things with your eyes closed. And it feels as if you're dreaming, but you know you're not because you're fully conscious and aware of your body. So it's almost like you are in this strange out-of-body experience, even though you are being pulled back down into reality. It's that strange, like, coming to. And I think it's going to start progressing a little more quickly as we move into the future for the next 2 weeks for you. I mean, I do feel like there's this sense or this essence of, you know, being victorious in whatever it is, but it's there's some level of achievement here if you do choose to deal with these things. You can be successful in whatever it is that you're doing or whatever it is that you're trying to conquer. So let's see what's happening in the emotional sector for you here. We have the Knight of Cups. You may be very connected to where you're going and what you're doing and how you feel that way from the heart. Or what it is that you feel inside of your heart. Got the Tower. That could also be unexpectedly showing up in front of somebody. Somebody might have done this to you. And the Wheel of Fortune. There's going to be some really interesting declarations of either love. Like, to me, it's almost as if it's all about timing, right? Like, emotionally, it could be time to do something. Whether that's tell somebody you love them. But I feel like whatever this is, there's like this really strange aha moment that you're going to be having over the way that you feel either about someone or a particular situation that's going to come out of nowhere. Or somebody could be doing that to you. And it may all be a question of, you know, is it the right time? Am I ready for this? Let's see what's happening around you. We have the Emperor. We have the Two of Wands. And we have the Sun. So I do feel like somebody is stepping up and taking responsibility. If it is not you, it could be another person. Making a responsibility for the choices that they made. This might actually be whatever the energy is I'm picking up about somebody revisiting that fork in the road, because that's what Two of Wands is all about. It's about choice. And maybe revisiting those choices and figuring out that the choice that you made didn't make you happy, and now you're trying to go back to where you were and make a different choice that does make you happy. Or this person is. Let's see what's happening in your hopes and fears. We have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You could be hopeful and fearful simultaneously about getting to work on something. Or if you're going to be repeating a similar cycle, which I would be concerned about if with Saturn moving into Aquarius, I would totally be concerned about that. Because this is an opportunity to break free from limiting patterns that we possibly kept ourselves in for a really long time. I mean, it spans across decades. So let's see what's happening in our far-reaching outcome and advice. So we have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, Five of Swords. I'd be a little careful because that's some challenging energy that I don't think you need to be in. And it's also quite defensive. And Temperance. I mean, I can kind of understand it. And Justice in the bottom of the deck because there's that karma coming in, right? Saturn's all about karma. It's quite possible that you could be in a very defensive energy right now because you're simply trying to protect what is now solely yours and what it is that you're trying to create. after this really intense energy that you shifted and moved through. Because it's like with this success, you feel protective of the success that you have, or whatever that means. It doesn't even have to be like, it doesn't have to be you winning the lottery, or it doesn't have to be you, you know, finally getting that promotion that makes your bank account more expansive or larger. There's just something weird here about you wanting to protect something that you feel personally victorious over. Because you have moved through some really difficult energy. And because you're now having this reality check, I feel like you want to protect this awareness that you're having. At least until you can feel more balanced within yourself. Because like I said, you still feel like you're caught in that weird space of being fully awake, but not. It's like when you come out of a really, really, really intense, hyper vivid dream, and when you wake up, you're not quite sure if that was real or not. That's the energy you're sitting in right now. And I think you just want to be protective of that till things start making more sense for you. Let's clarify the moon here. Yeah. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles with the moon in reverse, as well as that Two of Pentacles. So those choices that were made. I definitely think you made a choice to end something that went on for a very long time. I mean, it could also be having to make difficult choices around finances or around what you're doing right now. Even could be within a business. What I do find interesting here, though, is that it really does have to do with a new beginning within something. So it could even be like revamping your home, moving into a new place. It could even be revamping your business. Maybe even changing the way in which you interact in relationship. You could have had to say goodbye to somebody you've been friends with for a really long time. There might have been some distance or some separation there. Or friends, because it can be a community basis or feel like a family. Let's see what's happening with the Hanged Man and the Six of Pentacles as your block. Five of Pentacles, yeah. So I think the reason why there's something being called into question of the way in which you're giving or how you can give. I think it's because there's still some challenging energy you're moving through where you're not quite sure exactly what you even have yourself. And like I said, this difficult energy that you move through, you're still trying to like gain your footing a little bit here. Let's clarify the Eight of Wands. With the Eight of Wands, we have the Six of Wands. So, like I said, there is some victory here. There's some sort of accomplishment or achievement that either you have experienced, there could be other people even making you feel this way, but there's energy kind of helping you move along here if you can cut out certain things from your past. And only you are going to know what that is. Whatever it is, though, it's just been something that you've been repeating for a really long time. And like I said, it's literally decades. So it could be an old way of being. It could be vices that you've held on to. It could be the way that you work in your relationships. There's just this new slate that you're trying to really like kick off on. And things are just rapidly changing for you. So let's see what's happening with the Ace of Cups in reverse here in the past. Or it's like, not like it matters. Knight of Cups. So in the past, you may have turned down an offer to go experience the world in other relationships. You might have postponed an offer that was made to you. I do feel like there's a lot of love here, though. You might have also had to postpone this because you were just dealing with so much that you didn't really know how you felt. Let's see what's happening with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay. So there's Eight of Cups and King of Swords. If there was something that came to light because I really don't know why I keep thinking about Aquarius. If somebody has Aquarius in the 12th house, if you had a secret that was exposed, it's quite possible that this may have cost you. Somebody literally might have cut you out and walked away, or it could be vice versa. It could have been you finding something out about somebody else and choosing to fully walk away from the situation. It was a very difficult decision though. Like, I feel like it's like a little birdie told you. So this could even have been whatever the Eight of Wands is it's a bunch of different people coming at you telling you things, and that's how the message was relayed to you, or how you found something out. Or other people called you out on something and exposed you. Let's clarify the Devil in reverse with the Knight of Swords and the Six of Wands in the near future. There's that Ace of Pentacles I was talking about, that new beginning, right? Clean slate. Seven of Cups, not quite sure where it's going just yet though. I still feel like you're really uncertain, which does totally make the far-reaching outcome and advice make sense of feeling like you need to protect what's going on with you right now, or you just need to protect yourself from other people. Because you don't, I feel like whatever this new beginning is for you, I mean, you could be doing it all on your own. And you're wanting to make sure that you don't repeat who you've been in the past. I also think you're not quite sure who you want to. You might even be questioning like who you want to come with you. Like, it's almost like, okay, so ideally, who do I want in my life in this new chapter? Who's going to actually be there to support me? Who's going to, you know, be there to help me out? Let's clarify the Six of Wands. Ooh, okay, Strength reversed, Four of Wands reversed, and the Six of Swords. So yeah, I feel like you moved beyond a difficult situation. I definitely think that if you have not moved houses, this could have been somebody either moving back home, but there's something here with like displacement, because it's almost like moving back home with somewhat of a heavy heart, or feeling like you had to move out of a place into a new place. And initially I feel like you still are, I think you're a little unsure on if you're gonna have the energy and the strength to do this on your own. But I think you know you need to, whatever this is. Let's clarify the Knight of Cups, the Tower, and the Wheel of Fortune in your emotional sector. We have the Empress. It's always a great card to get. The Hermit. Either you've got your eyes on somebody who's super fucking important to you, or somebody's got their eyes on you. Ten of Swords in reverse. It might have been something that ended in the past. Well, it didn't actually end, because I feel like there wasn't a definitive ending. But there's something about unexpected communication coming out of nowhere when the timing's right. So either somebody's going to be coming to tell you how it is that they feel about you and how it is that they view you, because I think they do view you as like the ultimate material. You know, you're the best at whatever it is that you do. Whether it's as a wife, whether it's as a girlfriend, whether it's as a mother, as a business person. Somebody sees your value and they see your worth and they see your beauty. Like, I feel like it's beauty. It can be external, but I feel like it's even about your inner beauty. Because I think something changed in you or in this other person to start allowing that to emanate. And with the Emperor here, that's a really strong bond. That's marriage material. That's a couple. That's a couple who can actually achieve a lot. So let's clarify the Emperor. We have Nine of Swords, Two of Wands, the Devil. Yeah, somebody made a poor decision in the past, or you did. And the Sun, Three of Swords. Yeah, somebody made the wrong choice in the past and now they are really regretting their decision. Or you did. Because I think somebody just noticed or recognized that they got caught in the same exact cycle that they thought they were escaping from. So whatever this choice was, they're revisiting the choices that they've made, and they're finally realizing that the right choice they should have made all along was in the past. It's back there. So now they have to go all the way back. Let's clarify the Ace of Wands and the far-reaching outcome. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah, you're definitely choosing where to give your time and energy now. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Yep, Moon in reverse, Ace of Cups in reverse. You're definitely defending what you've been through. Or you're defending where you're at now because of everything that you've gone through. Let's clarify the Five of Swords. We have the Knight of Pentacles. You're really wanting to get stable before you allow anybody to kind of come into your environment. And let's clarify Temperance. Two of Wands. Going back to that moment where you made a choice. You're trying to regain stability so that you can revisit this and kind of have a conversation about it. And possibly make a very definitive choice. That's, to be quite honest, pretty much going to change your entire life. That doesn't apply a little bit of pressure. So yeah, let me just pull a couple of clarifier cards real quick. Let's clarify what's going on with Aquarius here. Serenity. So I do think this is about you finally finding peace in the midst of the chaos that you've been experiencing. Gratitude. I really do think you're starting to find appreciation in things that maybe you didn't appreciate in the past. And then we have courage, and I think that's the courage that you're going to find is the more you move forward and the more that you take steps to, whether it's fix whatever this is that's happened or revisit things that were very difficult for you, possibly, especially if you made a wrong choice in the past. I feel like you're going to find the courage in order to do that. A couple more clarifiers here for Aquarius, please. Burning the midnight oil, so you might be working really hard on setting up your own stability, whatever this is. Or you just could be up late thinking at night, or this other person is. You've got puff, puff, pass. Be careful to make sure you're not chilling out too much, because I do think there's some shit that needs to get done. I think also too, if you do have issues with relying heavily on vices, I would revisit that as well. I mean, it can also just be about like chilling out, you know? You don't have to be so defensive with whatever it is that you're protecting. And open up your heart. So if you do have somebody coming back from the past to revisit you, accept the gift. They could be coming back with a gift of some sort. I think you need to be careful of how defensive you are, because I think that you need to open your heart up to allow this person back in, or vice versa. Inferno. Yeah, because I feel like everything that was previously in your life just got fucked up. Like, I feel like your life totally came crashing down. Forest, you could have also spent a very long time in the dark. You might even still be in the dark trying to figure out what's going on here, or this other person is. Definitely is the energy of the dark night of the soul. Really having to come to terms with who you are, the choices that you've made, or this other person is experiencing this. Guts, and then there's that courage that you're going to need, or this person is going to need. Cave in reverse, yeah. Somebody's definitely coming out of their cave to come towards you, or you were doing this as well. So yeah, April 15th to the 30th should be very eventful for you. Honestly, you'll probably be dealing with this energy until mid-June, or early July, because we have Saturn in Aquarius through that period, and then it's going to retrograde back into Capricorn. So, hopefully this resonated with you. If it didn't, no big deal. If you did like it though, once again, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, or leave a comment down below. Check out everything in my description box. All of the decks that I use, the links are down there to the person who created them, or the artist that created them, to their specific links, so they will get the profits that they need to support themselves as well at this time. And just, yeah, stay safe out there, and I will see you guys